Okay, you're planning a vacation or a weekend getaway, but one thing is missing, your pets. Well, maybe it's time to consider bringing them along. Zach Perry's looking at how to travel safe and easy with your pets.
Taking a trip with your pet this year? Then make sure you're practicing safe travel etiquette.
It's important to know how to travel with your pet just for their own safety and to make sure that there are no issues in your travel plans.
To help you learn how to travel safely with your furry friend, we spoke with CEO and founder of Dr. Kelly's surgical unit, Douglas Patriquin. But before you get going, be sure that your pet is up to date on all vaccines, has the green light from their vet, they're microchipped, and have the proper identification on their collar. And if you're traveling by car,
you should not have them wandering about. Jumping back and forth between the cab and holding the window open is not terribly safe. You would not do that for your child. You should not really do that for your pet.
So try out some safety mechanisms.
If they're small enough in a small carrier or a cat, there's also larger harnesses that you could place on them, kind of like a leash, and you could buckle them directly into the backseat of the car.
And be sure to stop at plenty of rest stops to allow your pet to get out, stretch, and use the restroom. But never leave your pet in the car.
Part of the reasoning for that is the temperature in a car can rise very rapidly. They can get anxious quite fast, and if there's nobody there to pay attention to what they're doing, they could come into harm's way.
Next, traveling by airplane.
You want to make sure you contact the airline you plan on flying with or the location you end up going to and verify whatever rules and regulations they have.
If your pet's small enough, they can travel in the cabin with you, depending on the carrier's rules.
Having the pet near you is less anxiety on the pet than having them under the cabin. Now, that being said, having them under the plane is a perfectly safe place to have them. It's a pressurized area. They're likely going to be with other animals. It's a perfectly safe place to be. The airline has special regulations for the type of carrier they're going to be in. It's got to be a hard clamshell or otherwise. It can't be one of the soft carriers that we might have at our homes.
And if you're thinking of giving your pet an anxiety medication before the flight, check with your vet. Lastly, traveling with your pets to vacation rentals.
The first thing you want to do is verify the Airbnb is interested in having your pet there. There's almost always a fee involved with having your pet there.
You can even look for Airbnbs that specifically have pets in mind.
They have extra bedding, they have extra toys, they've had extra play areas, they've got enrichment opportunities for them.
And be sure to read the rules of the Airbnb.
Pets may not be allowed to go into all areas of the home. There might be certain hygiene places that are necessary. It might be where the food is to be kept and where they might be able to eat, what you're supposed to do with the mess that the pets are leaving outside, cleaning off their feet as they're coming in.
We're traveling with our pets the safe way.